Gary Allan is in the studio. What's up, brother?
Man, not much. Just cruising around the road saying hey to everybody.
This is, God, we haven't seen you in forever, it seems like. And you haven't changed a bit. Actually, I think you got a little more in shape and more attractive, dang you. All we did was explode and look like a bee stung us.
That's right. You get old, man. You got to work for it.
Yeah, that's right. So you have you got the new album out, Living Hard. Gary Allan, if you haven't got it, pick it up. This is kind of this CD was a whole. I was doing some of the research on just the fans. If you're a Gary Allan fan, I mean, Gary's. You've always had that gritty kind of sound and always that kind of real thing. But this is maybe the realest ever. Like you're like completely transparent on this.
Well, thanks. I think. I think I try to make them that way. I try to make them feel like you're. I try to make them all emotional, and this year I guess I got a Pro Tools rig, and I got more comfortable with things being more stripped down, and also more comfortable with adding funky echoes and other buttons that I found on the machines.
Like, hey, I don't know what this one does.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I love it when you find a sound that you've never heard and you find a way to wing it into a song.
Right. Did you, you've been through so much over the last few years, and, this is, when you sit down and you start to write and you start thinking about putting out a new album, are you consciously thinking about all of that? And you're kind of thinking, okay, when they're listening to it, they're expecting, there to be a song that rips your heart out, or you just kind of do it the way you want.
No, I do it the way I want, but I think people also expect that, and ever since my wife passed, I think that I draw from that. I think that there's no emotion that I can't get way into anymore. Yeah. And I think that fans expect to hear about my life, and to me that's what country music is. It's about Monday through Friday. So I always try to make sure that I get those songs in there that definitely deal with it. On this new album, there's some reflection songs on there. There's Yesterday's Rain that talks about my wife and things like that, but also trying to give the feeling that we're moving on, and that I'm okay. So it's kind of both.
Yeah, I think it is important. I watched a little bit when you were on Oprah, and it's a tough time, but you're right. Life moves on. You've got 6 kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's important to pick up the pieces and move on. It's important for everybody to see you move on. So.
How do you do that? How you're here with us, you're touring, you're performing albums, blah, 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 but you're also a dad. How you doing all this?
I'm home a few days a week, and I take my kids on the road with me once in a while. I'm actually really close to my kids. When I took my girl to school and cooked her breakfast this morning at 7:30. So when I'm home, I make sure that I'm with them as much as I can.
What's the ages?
Only 3 of them live with me now. I had 3 stepchildren. They went back to live with their real dad when my wife passed. So my kids now are 12, 13, and 17.
Holy cow!
Yeah, 18. Crazy, huh?
Is that that's got to be?
So one's out of the house, and I have 2 that are in. And
yeah, well, say a prayer right now for Gary.
Amen. Pray for me.
Gary Allan. Gary Allan's in the studio. Take a break and come back. Hang on. It's Big D and.